Welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents Say What. How y'all doing, man? It's a great day. It's a great day. It's a great day. Now, mind you, we're going to refrain from talking Shang-Chi tonight. We're going to refrain from that. We're not going to talk Shang-Chi tonight. We're going to keep that pretty much off the discussion, but we will gush over it. Me and Will, we've actually seen it. A lot of people out there have probably seen it. Brendan has not seen it, so because of that, he'll see it tomorrow. He's going to see it tomorrow, but because of that, we're going to kind of leave that to the side. But anyway, I'm just going to say it was an amazing film. But before we get to that, I want to actually introduce to y'all special guest. She's live now, mind you. She got some things going on. She's a busy woman, but we managed to get her, on the stream via her phone. Now you can't see her, but she's on via her phone. This is the actress extraordinaire, model extraordinaire. You've actually seen her on WandaVision. You've also seen her on Captain Marvel. The one and only Lori Livingston. What is going on with you, girl? Is she there? Is she there?
I don't know. She was.
Her connection.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Oh, now
there you go. We hear you now. We hear you now. How you doing?
Can
the connection's a little. It's in and out.
She's calling in from a sword station, so that's
why she's calling in straight from sword. But yeah, it's gonna be rough. Tonight's gonna be kind of rough, but we're gonna try to make it happen. Lori, if you can hear me, you might want to hang up your phone and try to come back in. Like hang up and then click on the link to come back in.
Yeah, that might work.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove.
She's cutting in and out. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm just gonna say let's just pull the pin on monetization right now. Bob Dylan, what the fuck?
Lori, are you there?
What do you say?
All right, I hear you.
Go, Lori.
I hear you, Lori. You there?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I hear you. It's kind of breaking up. You're coming in and out, but we hear you. But it's just I hear you. I hear you now.
Yep.
How you doing? We already gave you a lovely introduction, so we just gonna jump right into it. What's going on with you?
It was better in the back room, and now
it was better in the back room, but now we came live. It's just like, yo, what's going on, man?
That's live TV for you.
While she tries to figure that out again, Bob Dylan, what the fuck?
It was amazing. I'm like, who are they talking about?
Oh, you got it? yeah, we were talking about you. Okay. You already know. I wanted to give you the biggest introduction if you been live, but I had to basically wait for this one. So I'll give you the best I can. What's going on with you?
I wonder if she's doing it just to fuck with you now, though.
Nah. She'll answer in a minute.
She's just on an extreme delay.
I don't know. It's just coming in out. Like I said, where she's at right now, I know it's just kind of bad.
This is what we were trying to work out, by the way, guys. Like, this is what we were trying to work out when we were a little late coming onto the stream. And Bob Dylan's like, I bet it's Brendan's fault. I'm like, what did I do to
it's totally
what did I do to earn that? God damn.
It's Brendan's fault. Always.
You there, Lori? Yeah, I got to take her out, like, until she actually gets it working.
We might just need to bring her on like next week.
Yeah, we'll probably have to do something like that. But anyway,
because people want to see her too.
Listen, for those of you out there, for anybody out there who has seen it, let me see in the chat right now. Tell me who has seen Shang-Chi in the chat right now. Let me know who has seen Shang-Chi tonight. If anyone who has seen Shang-Chi, let us know in the chat.
This is gonna all night. It's just gonna be talking about this dancing around spoilers.
Now listen, we're not going to spoil it. We're not going to spoil it. But if you have seen Shang-Chi, let us know right now if you've seen it, because this film, if you haven't seen it, buy your tickets now. Buy your tickets right now. Go see this movie. It is amazing. It is extremely amazing. Day one, all day, every day. Do that. See this film as quickly as you can. And if you haven't already pre-ordered the 1/6 scale figures, do that right now, because it's completely amazing. Like, I mean, 10 out of 10 from me. I know, Will, you've actually seen it. Mm-hmm. The thing is, without spoiling anything, I think this is one of the best Marvel films I've seen in a long time. It is simply amazing. Like,
Wow.
simply amazing. If you haven't seen it, like, literally go out and see it as quickly as you can. You will not be disappointed.
Dude, seriously, layout. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to take, I'm not even being hyperbolic here. I'm going to take this a step further. This is one of the best movies I have ever seen. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just doing this while you guys talk about a movie that I can't talk about. So.
It's okay, Brennan.
Here you go, Bob
They look
Dylan.
amazing.
You
So
wanted to see
we're all we'll enable you. But seriously though, this film, I mean, I had high expectations for it just because Leal, what you built up for me, you were like, Shang-Chi is incredible. He's an amazing character. This film's going to be fire. I was not expecting it to be this good.
Let's say you don't have any familiarity with the character,
None.
really.
None.
Okay.
No,
None.
trust me, none. No familiarity with the character. Oh my God, guys! Like
Yes.
this film, I'm going to see it again tomorrow. I'll
Yes.
drop whatever I'm doing tomorrow night.
What? Okay,
Yeah, because
all right.
I don't care
No,
if there's
hey,
if there's
no
a
Olive
date.
Garden tonight.
No.
No Olive Garden tomorrow.
Olive Garden takes the back burner. Whatever dates wanted to hang out tomorrow, I'm sorry, y'all gotta wait. I'm seeing Shang-Chi for round 2, baby. Because seriously, guys, it has heart. It has
Yeah.
incredible characters, an
Yes.
insanely good family dynamic story
Yes,
about
yes.
love, loss, regret,
Yes, it does.
overcoming your past. Like Shang-Chi is just a brilliant character, and so
Yes.
is his father. Oh my
Yes,
God.
Yes.
Like,
it was so
dude,
heart-wrenching.
so much
bro.
depth to that
Yeah,
character. Like
yes.
he's just that's the Mandarin right there. And
Yes, yes.
and people already know Ben Kingsley's in it. I won't spoil it. Oh my God.
But bro, he
He
this
brought
is,
it.
bro. I have never seen Ben on this level.
No.
And the thing is, this film, it literally shows his range.
Yeah. for
It
sure.
shows his range. It shows the skill. Like
Like
literally,
he hasn't
like.
shown that before, though.
But bro, when you see it, you'll completely
this is
understand.
different
This is on
for
a
him.
different
Yeah.
level.
This is different.
It
for him.
shows
Yeah.
his range. He did such a phenomenal job in this film. I think, you know what, hands down, the entire cast played their role. And
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, again, if you've already heard people say, stay to the very end of the movie. You don't stay
Both
to
of
the both of them. You have to stay. Do not leave. It was priceless. It was phenomenal. Like, this movie, it again, it's Shang-Chi, and you know, well, I talked about it. Like,
Yeah,
it
you
was
did.
a bar. They had to do this well. They had to do it well. If they would have got this wrong, it would have pissed me off. I would have been extremely upset. But they didn't. They did a phenomenal job, and I mean, I'm speechless, bro. Like,
Bro, I think this is tough. Still give me Infinity War. Infinity War is my number one still.
Yeah,
But that
yeah.
film, I just have never had an experience like that. But Shang-Chi is right there. I mean, like, it is right nipping the heels of Infinity War. Like, I think a tougher one, I think, for me is even Avengers 1 in this. Because Avengers 1 I have, like, an emotional connection to. Like, basically what it meant for me. But
Avengers 1 has its own, like, wow fact that holy shit, like, I never thought I was going to see
that this was going to happen.
these
Right.
characters all come together. And the story is fairly straightforward, but it's
Right.
done so well.
It's
It
executed
doesn't
really
need
well.
to be complex. It
No.
was
Yeah.
just, it was all
Shang-Chi-
around excellent, executed really well. Infinity War, I think, is so popular because, well, people kind of liken it to like the Empire of,
Exactly.
you
That's
know,
what it is.
of this, where it's like they lose. It's darker, but it's also it's taking that first Avengers feeling and magnifying it by adding in all these additional heroes, but it's also it's the villain story. Like Infinity War is Thanos's movie.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I think it's so compelling to people because, you know, they say in a lot of cases, it's like the movie and, you know, your hero is only as good as the villain that they're going up against. You know,
And Loki was
and
amazing, and so is
that's why-
Wenwu.
right. And that's why, you know, like characters and actors like Heath Ledger as the Joker, it elevates those movies. If you didn't have a villain that was as strong in that, it wasn't going to do it. And that's where Josh Brolin elevated Infinity War. And I've anticipated that that's what was going to happen with this movie, where, you know, Shang-Chi is going to be elevated by his father. That's going to be what, you know, what brings him up and makes us really give a shit about him. Is
Oh
what
yeah,
he's going
just
up
wait,
against.
Brennan.
So yeah,
Tony Leung kills it, but
He does.
And Toya brought the great point up layout. Aquafina Seriously.
Yes.
She is amazing comedic relief in this
Yes.
film. Like,
My kids love her just as the voice
and
of
honestly,
Raya
her
the
acting
Dragon,
job, like
but-
she goes on a journey too in this film.
She
Trust me.
does.
Like,
She
and she
goes on a
becomes something
personal
really
journey.
special. Trust
Exactly.
me, Marvel has plans for her. Trust me.
Yeah, they do, and that's exactly why.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
It again,
you'll
you
see.
have to see the film to know what we're talking about when we say Marvel has plans for her.
Yeah.
Like the entire cast, the dynamic, everything was brilliantly done. Like I can't wait to tomorrow. I can't wait to get off work and go see this film again because it's that amazing.
I'll give you guys 2 more minutes on this, and then I'm cutting you off because I can't listen to you guys talk about this movie all night without me having seen it. Tomorrow,
I know.
Call me up after I go see it at 12:45 Eastern. Tomorrow, call me up. We'll talk about it.
Seriously, guys, like it's an emotional.
I
I think every emotion a human could feel, I felt during this film. Like I seriously, like it's the family story. Like that story is just so compelling. Like it's done, executed beautifully. Like Wen Wu is such a complex character, and like I want to go into spoilers, but I can't. But basically, he obviously has a rough past, and he finds a new purpose. Then he goes on a different path, and like it's a roller coaster. And like Shang-Chi is just meant to be the embodiment of good, but even he, sort of similar to Black Widow, has made mistakes before. So
all right, let's talk about a different movie. How about what do you guys think about Showgirls?
So listen.
Lori's
we're not going to talk about the movie. We're going to actually jump into this 1/6 scale figure. Okay. So this is what we're not going to talk about the movie. But if you haven't already,
we'll talk about the figure absolutely because I think that might be the best head sculpt Hot Toys has ever done.
It might be
as far as accuracy. Like whether or not you dig the character, I mean I do, but like whether or not you dig the character, have a connection to them, or you think it's particularly like an interesting expression.
Yes.
Most Hot Toys don't have all that interesting of an expression, to be perfectly honest. But as far as accuracy to the likeness of the character, to the likeness of the actor, I have never seen a head sculpt that beats that one.
That was perfect. Hold on a second, Lori, are you here?
Yes, I'm here, but I don't know if you can hear me.
We can now.
We hear you now. We hear you now. It's coming in and out, but we hear you.
Yeah, that's so strange. It's not like really choppy over here sometimes.
Yeah, I hear you. You're actually you're right now. You're coming in perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are really coming in perfect. Again, let's do this introductory again. The one and only Lori Livingston from WandaVision, as well as Captain Marvel. Lori, how are you doing? Say hello to everybody out there. Every time I do the introduction,
every time I do the introduction,
it just goes out.
Just let her talk. We can't even do the intro.
I know,
Lori.
Lori.
You were like, say hello, and she's gone.
Lori, you still there?
Oh my god.
It cuts out. It cut out.
I think she only gets about 17 seconds every time she jumps in.
Yeah.
So we've got to use those 17 seconds.
Right away. Yeah, exactly.
You might have to reschedule her layout when she's in the service area.
I know. She Lori's a busy person.
When she's on the set of a Marvel movie, that maybe we could just kind of get a little peek.
That's not gonna happen. That's definitely not
there was probably somebody behind her with like a taser right now, just in case she says something.
Lori, you there? Can you hear me, Lori? Lori, you there?
Yeah.
No, it's the connection.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Anyway,
I think you might have to reschedule it.
Yeah, I will. I'll let her know. Listen, this.
We promise you, everybody, that he does know her. This isn't like
this isn't like
when Will makes up like a fictional Canadian girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's like a supermodel or something. This is actually real. He does know her.
Yes. It's like I said. It's just like I said. Bad timing. Connections off. But I promise you.
She's calling from a sword station.
We will basically get her in next time, hopefully. But anyway, let's get back to the figure really quick. Listen, Will, I talked about this like earlier on. Earlier podcast a few months back. We talked about how if they're going to do the film, I'm hoping that once they release the figure, that it's going to live up to, what I would live up to the hype, what I'm looking for in this figure. Like I said, this character is extremely important to me, and they nailed it. Like this is literally, now here's the thing. I say that, but also to say this, and not to be a Debbie Downer, this is a prototype. It is early a prototype. So who knows how the finished product?
It's not.
Yeah. So who knows what the finished product is going to look like? But if they can keep it this way, this is phenomenal.
They've improved on the prototypes in many. I mean, just recently with Endgame Hulk. All right, but you look at the Wasp. All right, that prototype was not as good as the final product that we got. They have improved head sculpts on. Now, I don't really know how the hell you can improve this because that literally just looks like it's him.
Yeah, this is perfection already.
Yeah.
But if this is 100% and they give us 90%, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So,
but Leo,
I don't see a significant enough drop off that it's gonna bother me.
Leo, you're right though. Like once I got done watching the film, I drove home as fast as I could to pre-order these figures.
Dude, you can just use your phone, right? Like,
not while I'm driving. So
like a flip phone or something.
But
do it in the parking lot before you.
I got an envy, Brendan, a chocolate, one of those.
Yo,
hey,
so Will, I was in the car, right, and me and Toya were talking about how great the film was, how much we loved it, and I said, "Yeah, babe," and I said, "Guess what? Like, I actually didn't pre-order the figure yet." She's like, "What?"
Oh my god.
She said, "I actually didn't do it." I mean, I told her I didn't do it because I was, you know what it was?
She's like, "Does Wayne Brady need to choke a bitch?"
I was,
what are you waiting for?
Yeah, so she knows I'm going to order it now. I'm going to order it tonight. I mean, the thing is, I was like everybody else. I had to see the film just to make sure, and it delivered on everything. Guys, I'm telling y'all, this figure is an investment. Put your money down on this figure. Do it. This thing is incredible.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Yes.
Obviously, no spoilers because I'll rip your sack off like a paper towel. But based on the movie that you just saw, do you think there's any likelihood that we get additional characters from this film from Hot Toys?
I would say yes.
I would say yeah.
I would say maybe one
besides
more.
Aquafina, if that were to happen. I don't know
if that would happen.
I don't think they'll make Aquafina.
I don't.
They should.
Yeah.
But I there's another character I don't want to spoil that I think they could definitely make, and Leon knows who I'm talking about. There's definitely another character that I could definitely see them making.
Well, I don't think it would be Wong if that's what you're talking about. Because I feel like he'll be from.
It's another pivotal character.
Yeah,
pivotal character. That's
good to know.
Yeah, there's definitely another character I could see them making.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I feel like if there was a more like unsung hero type of movie in the MCU that would maybe get a little bit more love from Hot Toys, it would be this one. Mm-hmm. So that's why, I wonder if we might get any more from them, because to be perfectly honest, I'm really psyched about what we get out of this movie and what we get out of the Eternals from Hot Toys.
I think the only reason they haven't announced this third figure that Leo and I think they're probably going to make is because it is kind of it was not really shown much in the trailers. So like I do feel like this is definitely one that.
Oh shit! Abomination. We're getting an
Trust me,
Abomination.
it's a badass character that I'm talking about here.
Yeah,
so
I'm
like
down
this
for it.
is I could totally I would think it's likely that they make this character.
I'm down for that because I just want I that's the thing that I think we're gonna get out of this phase 4 is much more diversity. Well, I mean, I hope more diversity in terms of ethnicity and gender, but I mean just more diversity in types of meaning in different characters. From Hot Toys, so it's not all going to be, Iron Man, Cap, Spider-Man, kind of, as far as MCU goes. We've got the opportunity to get some really, really cool new figures, new characters that, quite frankly, most of us never thought was actually going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just like, shit, I might be able to get a Salma Hayek and Angelina Jolie 6 scale in my collection. Hell yeah.
But it's seriously though, Brendan, like I pre-ordered these figures about 15 minutes ago. So when I got home, I immediately pulled up I grabbed something to eat. I was like, I got to pre-order these figures immediately. So I got my orders in. I got Shang-Chi and Wenwu. Seriously, amazing characters, amazing figures.
Yes.
Like these figures, for me, you guys always know, I've always preached the emotional connection point, so like for me, I already have an emotional connection to these characters. Like I love them, I think they're fantastic, and the figures are 10s out of 10s. Like, even Wenwu, his sculpt is slightly not as good as Shang-Chi's, but it's really, really good.
It's still
like
very
it's like a
close.
95 versus 100.
What's the release date window for these? Is it like Q4 of 2022?
I think it's like 2023. I think it's
Yeah.
2023
like Q4,
early.
Q1.
Yeah, Q1 23. Yeah. So it might be delayed, but I would say expect
It just
in like
feels
23.
so far away. Like I know it. Like
I'd say
a
a year and a half to 2 years. You're waiting for
it just feels so far away because I can't even think about 2023 right now.
Well, I mean, shoot, like Endgame figures haven't even all come out yet, and that film came out.
Just
I mean, like
dude,
over 2 years ago.
I honestly don't know what the hell we're gonna get from Hot Toys for the rest of this year.
Right.
I thought that they were gonna really try and push out all those Endgame figures, and we did just get Endgame Hulk, but we're still. I mean, we're still waiting on Captain Marvel, Iron Patriot. Are those the last two, or are there more?
There's Loki too.
Loki and Cap from 2012.
Yep, exactly. So I think there's 4 or 5.
So that's 4.
Okay, here's okay. So everybody say hi to Lori.
Oh,
That's her
there we
right
go.
here. That's
Hey,
Lori
Lori.
right there. Say how you doing, Lori? Can you talk through the mic? Can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you. If you can hear me.
Can y'all hear Lori?
Yeah, we sure can.
All right. So hey, everybody, listen. Now I can do an introduction. This is Lori.
No,
this
don't
is.
do the introduction because you're gonna jinx it.
She's
Just
gonna
let her
fall
talk.
off again.
Hey, This is FaceTime. This is FaceTime all day. So we finally got Lori in the building. This is Lori, the great actress from WandaVision as well as Captain Marvel. My friend to the end, day one, family like. Lori, everybody say hi to Lori.
Hi, everybody. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm like, this is so dramatic on so many levels. Like, what is going on? And so- Sorry, true
Leo,
story.
can you
I
boost her
just
volume
got
a
off
little
the
bit?
phone with Herb from WandaVision, the guy who plays Herb
There we
on
go.
WandaVision. Like, I called him because, like, he and I are, like, really good friends. So I called him, like, yo, what am I doing wrong? Like, why can't I get online? So he the insight, like, look, just try this. I'm like, oh, no, no.
We love Herb.
The whole
We loved
cast of
her.
WandaVision trying to figure this out, how to get me on the show.
Yeah,
Hey.
they said they love Herb. Now I'm trying to see how we could do this to where
How is
as
she
you'll
gonna
be able to hear
us?
them. So give me a second. Lori, are you on? Do you got your computer in front of you?
I don't. I'm literally on my phone. I'm like in the middle of several things, but I wanted to make sure I was here for you because, like, you're my homie. I've been
Got you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to see how we can actually do this. Give me a second.
I don't see how you'd be able to do it without hearing an echo, a loop.
So all right, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna actually do it. All right. So you guys are gonna ask me a question. I'm gonna convey this question to Lori, and then she'll answer it, and you can hear that way. Okay. While we have her on, like I said, because she's in the middle of a lot, so this is awkward. But you know what? Teamwork makes the dream work. This is what we do on this show. So anybody have any question? Now listen. Wait a minute. Before you ask the question, do not ask any questions that are MCU related going forward. You can ask questions about the show, but do not ask any questions about the MCU going forward. Okay, so those are the rules. So Brendan, do you have a question for Lori?
Please tell us the most embarrassing Lael story you can remember.
They said they want you to tell the most embarrassing story about me that you can remember. Do you even have an embarrassing? Do you have one?
I do.
Okay. Okay. Go. You know what? For just for jokes and giggles and for everybody, go ahead, Laura. You can tell them.
So Myron and I grew up together. We literally, since like kids, we grew up together. We my cousin was like his neighbor in like this great place that they lived. I forget the name of the place, but it was like a whole bunch of townhomes. It was just a wonderful place, and like all the kids would come to this place just to hang out. So Myron was a dancer, so like I would always watch him and some of the other guys dancing and everything. So we just kind of like, we just knew them as like the homies. But it was this one time we were hiding. Me and Myron were hiding together from some people.
Yep.
I don't know what we were doing, but we were hiding it was either in your house or my cousin's house.
Yeah.
We were hiding, but we were like both right there, and we were pretending to be like doing something crazy, and everybody could see. But, like they were like, how do you not see us? Like,
Yo.
right here.
Yo, like literally, we were making strange, like they're outside. We were making strange ass sounds, watching them. Like they thought something that was going on behind closed door, but it wasn't. And we was laughing our asses off, but making these sounds. It was funny as shit. Oh man.
I'm like, you're sitting right there. How do you not see us?
Hey, I'm glad that's a mild story. I'm glad you took that one.
Yeah. I have a question.
You were good. You didn't do stupid stuff. Trust me, there were far more of us that hung around us that were far worse. So
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
See, I was always a good dude. I'm telling you, I was always that good dude. But Will, you said you have a question for Lori?
Yeah, it's a separate type thing, but I'm wondering, like, so we're not talking about moving forward. I'm just wondering about what the MCU experience has been like for Lori. Like, what? So,
Good
like,
question.
what has the process been like in terms of? I'm like especially interested in hearing the security and the secrecy of the content. Like, what kind of coaching do they give her to say, like, hey, ensure that like nothing about this plot reaches the masses? Like,
Sneeze once if somebody's behind you with a taser.
So what they want to know is what has your experience been working, with the MCU? I mean, you don't have to really, but how has your experience been?
Okay. Actually, I was already a fan of Marvel to begin with. I grew up as a tomboy, which Myron can definitely tell you. I grew up as a tomboy, and I was always into it. My younger brother was always into it. My oldest brother, he was always into it. So it was like, this is what I wanted to do. One of my biggest things was I wanted to be Mystique. And initially, before I became an actor, I was a model. So I was a professional model, and I just saw the movie X-Men, and I saw Mystique. And Mystique, she was like a model / kicking butt and all this stuff. And then she was blue. And I was like, what is this? I have to do it. So for me, being the Marvel geek that I already was when I came into the MCU, and seeing like the paint that they would do on the other characters, like I know my green color was the same color as Zamora from Guardians of the Galaxy, Zoe Saldana's character.
Yeah.
So I had the exact same paint that she had. I had the exact same style as far as the way they did my hands, my nails. So just getting that opportunity to do a lot of the things that I saw when I would watch the MCU. I was actually doing it, and actually there, getting painted the same way with the same color, or something like that was geek. That was high geek mode for me. So, what do they say? I'm not only a client, I'm the player president. Like I'm not only in the MCU, like I'm a serious hardcore fan of this. So, you get a little geeked out when you see some of the other actors and you're kind of there with them, face to face, and you're playing in the role with them, but you're trying not to geek out at the same time. Like this is just
Yeah.
That's amazing.
A dream come true.
Yeah, he said that's amazing. Now we got a question from Max's Geekdom. He said, how many days did it take you for on set? Like when you were on set, like how many days were you on set for WandaVision?
WandaVision, believe it or not, was only 2 days.
Oh, okay.
We broke it up. So I went in the first day and I shot. I went in I just went in early, shot something, and then I was done for like 2 weeks, and then we came back 2 weeks later, and then I shot something else. So the first one was me actually. When you see me in WandaVision, when I walk up to Captain Rambeau and I say something to her, like initially when we're outside and I'm a human, that was day one, and then I came back like a week or two later, and then I came back and I shot it all over again where we were actually inside the studio.
Oh, so you didn't do inside the movie theater, everything was it wasn't the same day?
No, God, no. Those were that was at least about 2 weeks apart.
Okay.
Yeah. I came back in, and then I had to become the character, the creature that that she didn't know I was going to be, because I was still pretending to be human. So I came in. So we shot that on 2 different occasions. It took 2 days for that. Now with Captain Marvel, that was a whole year. We shot Captain Marvel a year. So it was literally like 6 months straight, day in, day out, in prosthetics, because I was 3 different creatures. So I was the Skrull for sure. I was one of the original Skrulls in Captain Marvel, and I was a lowercase Hala. So if you see the movie, in the first 10 minutes, I was one of those people. I was actually a human being, but it was like one of those people creatures. And then I was also a Torfin. I played a Torfin, which when she went to go battle in that other planet, they were fighting people. I was one of them as well. So I played 3 different creatures.
What was it? What did you do?
Look it up.
What did you do when you landed your first role in the MCU on Captain Marvel? Like what did you do when you hung up after you got that call?
So all right, Lori, I want you to tell them this, because you and I talked. We were talking right before you revealed this to me, you were so hyped, and you was like, I can't tell you what it is, but I'm hyped. So what they want to know is, what Brendan wants to know is, what was it like? What happened when you got the call that you had actually been and made it in this film? Like you had made it on WandaVision, or was it Brendan? Was it WandaVision or was it
whichever one was first?
Whichever
Marvel
one was
first.
well, Captain Marvel. When you got the call about Captain Marvel,
Okay.
what happened?
I'll tell you both. So Captain Marvel came in 2018. So that was about 3-4 years ago, roughly. And I got a call randomly from like an agent. It wasn't my agent, but it was an agent. And he called me and he was just like, hey, I know you do a lot of stunts, because at that time in Hollywood, I was doing a lot of fight scenes and a lot of stunts because I wanted to be a more tough girl. So that's what kind of drew me. That's what Marvel saw initially about me, was I was more like a fighter, So I got called because of those stunt jobs that I was doing. And they were like, do you mind wearing prosthetics? And I'm like, what do you mean? Do I mind? Like, that's kind of scary. And they were like, because you're so pretty. And this isn't my words, this is theirs. But they were like, because you're so pretty, you're going to have to glue these prosthetics to your face, and to your body. And we need to know, or would you be okay with that? And I'm like, I should be okay. Like, am I going to die? Or, I was very concerned. So that was the first time that they came to me. And they literally was like, if you're willing to do that, we got you. And next thing you know, I didn't even know what it was. I had no idea what I was doing. They never, because Marvel doesn't tell you what they're doing. They won't announce their projects, even to the actors. So when the actors say to you, hey, we don't know, they legitimately don't know, But that was the first time. So when I got there, that's when they kind of revealed just a little bit like, hey, this is a Marvel project and we'll keep it under wraps. So I was like, oh, okay. And then it was like, be quiet. For WandaVision, it was the same thing. So actually the same agent, which again, wasn't my agent, but they had me for the last time. They called me for the last one. They called me back and they were like, do you mind reprising your character from Captain Marvel? And I was like, absolutely not. So initially I turned down the role. I was like, no, because I didn't want to put the prosthetics and everything back on my face again. So I was just like, I don't know about that. And then I thought about it like a day or two later and I called back and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this is Marvel. Like, hello? Who turned down Marvel? So I called him back and I was like, okay, I'm sorry, I was tripping. What is this? What are we doing? And again, they never told me what I was doing. They just said, would you mind coming back and redoing this character? So I just assumed I was coming back to do more of what I was doing previously. I just, took it as that. And I auditioned, they had me audition and everything. And we were in the middle of COVID, so I had to audition in my house. I auditioned in my kitchen. And I sent the audition in, and within a few weeks, I got a call back saying I've been hired. I didn't know what the show was. I didn't know anything about it. I just knew it was something for Marvel, and I was sworn to secrecy. I couldn't say anything. So,
I mean, listen, what was amazing about it was I remember because we were working on another project at that time. Remember, we were doing a project. I had just got done recording you, so we had talked, and we were just talking on the phone, and you said you stopped, and you were like, "Wait, hold up." You were like, "Hold up." You were like, yeah, I just got this. Yes, you was like, without telling you, I can't tell you anything, but there is something coming. It's filtering down, and I'm just super excited about it. But you'll know. I remember you telling me that, and I was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? I kind of felt like, all right, if it's another big gig. But you never told me what it was. You didn't tell me what it was. The day, it was the morning. It was that morning, because remember, WandaVision had still came on Friday mornings.
yes.
That morning, I watched it. I was watching the episode, had no idea what was coming. I didn't know what was coming next, what I was going to actually see. And when I watched it and I saw her, I'm like, I'm flipping out. I am flipping out.
He's not lying.
I'm flipping. I am literally flipping out. And I messaged her right away. And she was like, yo. The thing is, I was so excited. I couldn't be mad that she didn't tell me, because I was just like, yo, you're not, I'm happy that you're doing it. But I was just like, literally, like, when you see your friend on screen and you see him doing something big, it warms your heart, but it brings like a tear to your eye because you're just like, yo, I cannot believe that I'm seeing her on screen as a scroll. It was simply amazing. Like
Thank you.
words can't really describe. I got another question here.
Yeah, big
Yes.
From I'm a big softy. From Trimble Dust, he said, how is it filming with COVID restrictions?
That's a very good question. As we all know, COVID has changed our lives forever. So it was a lot of distance, a lot of social distance. I think that's why it took 2 weeks to shoot my scenes because of all the spacing in between. At the time, we were wearing shields on our faces. So in between takes, like the whole camera crew themselves would be with their mask on and they would be covered up. But the actual actors would have to... we would still have to wear like a face shield, not a mask, but like literally a plastic shield between us. And whenever it was time to shoot, we would take the shield off and then we would be, right in front of each other. So it's a lot of COVID testing. You get tested. I think at that time we were getting tested like every day. There was a lot of temperature checks. People would come through and just kind of literally hold the gun up to your head and temperature check you, at that moment. And we were still fumbling around, like as people, because we were still trying to figure out this whole COVID thing ourselves. So we wanted to give hugs, then we didn't give hugs. We wanted to shake hands, but we couldn't shake hands, So it was we got through it. Let's just say that we got through it.
Wow. See, and that was my thing too, because especially I know with Marvel, I know that they really, like I said, but it's a process of not only just keeping everything under wraps, making sure that things aren't really leaked, but then also following protocol. Like that right there is just like so much that you have to do. And it's like the NBA when they keep you under a bubble. Like they kept them under a bubble for like an entire season. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine what it would be like, if you're shooting, you know what I mean? Now Captain Marvel, that was fine because we didn't, around then there was no COVID. But for WandaVision, I can only imagine. So all right. So before I get to the next question, I got a question for you myself.
Okay.
How was it? Did you get to meet Paul Bettany?
I didn't. No. They had already filmed. So by the time I shot, it was the last day. It was literally so by the time you saw the creature, that was literally the very last day of shooting production on Wanda. Like on WandaVision. That was it. That was the finale. By that point, Paul and Elizabeth Olsen have already filmed all of their scenes. They were done. So the only people there were like the other crew, which of course was Tiana. Of course, she and I we were the only still filming. We were literally the last two actors on the entire show to film, and some of the other cast and crew like Herb, which is my friend David D. Pate, and then a couple other people from that as well. But yeah, we were literally shooting the very last day. So it was like it all came down to what I was doing, my last words, and that's a wrap. We were done.
How was Tiana? How was she?
Oh, she was really cool, really nice, very down to earth. She and I, we shared a lot of things in common as far as the pounding the pavement here in Hollywood. And one thing I will say, I love to share this part of the story. When you see me talking to her, she's literally standing there in front of me, so I'm not speaking to like a screen or a box or something.
Yeah.
I'm talking to her directly, and I'm looking right at her directly because the camera was directly behind her, so I'm looking directly at her. And what I love that she did, and I will forever respect her for this, the whole time I was delivering my lines and delivering, that whole message to her, she was off camera shaking her head at me like, "Get it, girl. Yes." And she's like hyping me up the entire time.
Wow.
That's awesome.
You guys will never see that. Of course, you'll never know that. But the whole time, I mean, take after take, she would just hype me up like, yes, like, because I knew what we were doing was significant. I got it, but I didn't know how significant, and I didn't know it was going to be at the end credit. So I thought it was just the end of the movie, the end of the show, or whatever we were shooting. But I had no idea just how significant this was. So for her to be cheering me on. We talked like friends. We exchanged information, stories, and just had a really good. So she was amazing. And then of course, I mean, just meeting Matt Shackman, the producer.
Yeah.
Like, come on, he's iconic.
Yeah.
And he's super cool. Like the best way to describe Matt to me was we're like his living, breathing toys.
Right.
We're his toys. We're just humans. We're human beings, but we're basically his toys. And he just basically puts us in our little places and we play. So he was an awesome guy, and he's the closest that I'll get to meeting Stan Lee. Stan Lee was in Captain Marvel, but I wasn't there the day he was shooting. So
okay.
They used scrolls, but they didn't use us. We were in a different set of teams, so they didn't use us for that day. But he was like he made a cameo in Captain Marvel, and I believe Captain Marvel was his last appearance. Before he
Gotcha.
So I
have a question when she's done.
We need a hot toy of Lori now.
Was the next best thing to meeting, the closest thing to meeting Stan Lee, because Matt Shackman, come on.
Yeah, right. So
if you are a true Marvel fan, you are geeked out just by the mention of his name too. So.
Definitely. Will, what was your question?
Yeah, so my question is, I'm wondering how Lori's experience with the MCU, and being an actor in the MCU, how it differs from other properties or other projects she's been a part of. Like, I saw she's in an Always Sunny episode, so that's really interesting. So all right, so we have the resident researcher. So Will, when he knows somebody, and I give it to Will, when he knows someone's going to be on the show, he'll do research. He'll research them. He'll get all the information. So what he wants to know, and it was a good question, he said, how has working with the MCU differed? How does that differ from other properties that you've basically worked on? He said, because he also seen that you were on a Always Sunny episode. So he wants to know how that differs from other properties that you've actually worked on.
I mean, it's the MCU. Let's just say your average actor is trying to get in the MCU. So, it's a huge humbling experience. It's a huge honor, and it's something I don't take lightly. I take it very seriously. But, I've done other projects that were just as big. I did Grey's Anatomy for at least 4 years, and I worked my way up in the ranks on that TV show where I became the legal team. I was one of the lawyers on the show. So there was a famous scene with the doctor, I believe Bailey, and she's like yelling at some guy, telling him about he was going to get fired or something. It's like a hugely popular scene that she did. And if you go back to that, I was the lawyer in that. And of course, at that time, I had short hair, so I had short blonde hair. So so I've changed my look over the years, of course, many times. But I would say I've done tons of things, but. Regardless, the MCU is always going to be near and dear to my heart because I'm a Marvel fan. So it's just kind of a big deal just for that reason alone to me.
Okay, so we got a couple more questions here. One from Max's Geekdom. He said, asked Lori about the prosthetic process. What was the process of putting the prosthetics on? How long did it take? I mean, I know, because here's the thing. It's you hear horror stories about it. You hear people who, talked about, they hated how grueling the prosthetic portion of it was. People who had to get up around, you had to get up around 3 o'clock in the morning to shoot a scene that started probably around 8 or 9 o'clock. And they were talking about how grueling that process was. How was it for you?
Grueling. Basically, the only way you can do prosthetics in Hollywood typically is if you've done it before. So they're not going to just bring some total random actor out there and just be like, here, put some prosthetics on. They want you to have had experience. Why? Because you can freak out.
Yeah.
Because your mind does play tricks on you in these. You start to believe that you're claustrophobic in these. You do start to believe that you can't breathe. And it's not that you can't breathe, but our skin breathes. Our skin is a living organism. So it's constantly inhaling and exhaling like our lungs. So when that gets covered up, especially for long extended periods of time, you start to believe you're suffocating. Even though your nostrils are clear, your mouth is clear, you're clearly inhaling. Just having those parts of your body predominantly covered up is enough to start to play with your mind. So I remember during Captain Marvel, and I'm getting to the answer, I'm sorry, but I remember during Captain Marvel specifically, because we shot that for a year, it was day in, day out. It started to freak us out. And I remember I'm sorry, prior to that, I did the movie Bright with Will Smith.
Yeah.
And I played one of the orcs. I was one of the orcs. So if you saw the show, and I don't want to give away any spoilers to people who didn't see it, but if you saw the show, it was a whole bunch of orcs. Now, when we did that, that was my first prosthetic experience, but that was just a mask that we literally put on.
Yeah.
And you put it over your face, fit it to your face, adjust the eyes, the lips, and everything like that. And every morning we'd come in, put that on. Every night we take it off, come back in the next day, put it back on, as long as it was yours.
Wow.
With Marvel and the prosthetics in Marvel, it's not the same thing. So we'll put that mask on for the day, and then we'll take that off that night, and then we'll start all over fresh the brand new day. So when you're looking at the creatures, they're never in the exact same prosthetics all the time. It's literally a process. So the process for me was 5 hours. It's a
Oh my God.
process because it's broken up into pieces. So I can see, like, on the screen, there's my face there. So it starts out as a bald cap. We have to cover up our hair. Starts out as a bald cap. Then they put the top of your head on, the mask, the jawline, like your bottom lip and jawline, then your neck, décolleté, and then the ears. So roughly it's about 6 pieces. And once they have them all together, they have to glue it together and then literally create, like, all the details in there. They're painting that in there. Some of the details is in there, but they have to, like, give it, accentuate it to put. It's like getting your makeup done. Once they put that on, it literally will put my makeup on the prosthetics. So, like, do my eyes, everything like that, just to kind of make me a little bit more personal. But the whole process is 5 hours.
Wow.
And, we do it, the more we, like, especially with Captain Marvel, the more we did it, because we were doing it every day, we were able to get it down to 3 hours. That's how fast and just accustomed to it that we were doing. We were doing it so much. We had a routine. I had two each time in both shows. I had 2 makeup artists assigned to me that were literally my people from beginning to end, from beginning of production to the end of production, period. They couldn't work with anybody else but me, and they had to basically recreate that look to make me look like I was the same creature the same time, but it was actually multiple different makeup prosthetics to put on day to day.
That, yeah. See, I would do it. I did, you know what? And this is basically me doing, like, college theater, like theater in high school, theater in college. Like, we did The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and I actually played, one of the, it was called The Dark Dwarf. And I had to put prosthetics on, but it was just stuff that we did. It was just temporary, but it was grueling to do it every day when you're putting the makeup on. So I can only imagine what it would be for, like, full-on fledged prosthesis, all over. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, nah. So, okay. One of the individuals, because we're going to get down for, like, some more questions. Say, like, one of the individuals wanted to know, does Lori collect? Now, this is a community of collectors, and this guy wanted to know. His name is Dave C. He wanted to know, does Lori collect like us? Her favorite things, or what is her favorite thing to collect?
Wow. Well, it's not Marvel related, believe it or not, and I call myself a fan. Wow. I collect shoes, so I'm.
Nice.
She's speaking Toya's language. Well,
my stiletto game is as strong as my high tops and my sneakers. So, like, I'm a tomboy, so I got to have both. But yeah, I collect shoes. A lot of them, and so help.
Okay, there we go. So, speaking of Toya, we got a question from her. She wants to know, Lori, how tough is it navigating being a tough woman, tomboy, and also a model in the industry? And do you find yourself having to sacrifice one side or the other for the sake of progressing in your career?
That's a very good question. Yes, actually, because in our society, a lot of guys don't understand the tomboy still. So it's like they want to. Basically, Hollywood is they want you to be what they want, like what they see of you. So a lot of times they want you to be either or. So there's no such thing as like a middle ground. If you really notice in Hollywood, she's either the over the top girly girl,
yeah, or
she, like borderline lesbian. Nothing wrong with lesbian, but it's like there's no middle ground,
Yeah,
and life in general. There is a middle ground. There are tons of girls out there that can do both. Like, they can be that tough girl that can kick your butt, literally, and at the same time be that bad, with a dress and pumps and stuff shadows, so Hollywood has still yet to catch up with that. So what I've had to learn was to be either or. So I had to decide. So that's kind of where you see me at as far as in WandaVision, because I had to play a character that wasn't necessarily pretty. She wasn't necessarily the beauty queen, or the debutante, or the prissy girly girl. She was more the tough, the aggressive, the assertive, type of woman. So yes, it can be tough sometimes. That we're still trying to break down a lot of barriers and stereotypes in Hollywood today. We're still trying. So.
Got you. So I have one question before I move on to this. I'm going to take just a few more questions, but I have a question myself. Now, without and here's I have two questions. It's a two-part question. Number one, because we've seen you as a Skrull in two films, right? We've seen you as a Skrull in Captain Marvel. We've seen you as a Skrull in WandaVision. Okay, non-confirming, and do this as slick as you can. Do you think I'm gonna pose it this way? Do you think we will see Laurie in the MCU in the future?
No.
You said nope.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, that's a great answer. I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know, because
whenever I hear "I don't know," to me that's yes. When it's the MCU, I don't know means yes.
They said I don't know normally when it's in the MCU, it means yes. So. Yeah. We will definitely see. Let me see. I think we had one more question here.
It was a hot toy of Laurie as a Skrull.
Oh my God, yo! If Hot Toys releases Laurie as a Skrull, I'm in all day, and I'm gonna make her sign that sumbitch too. Yeah. I'm gonna make her do it. Trust me, I will. You already know.
Laurie as Mephisto confirmed.
I know you would.
Yo, he said,
that's
"Hey, Laurie, check it out,
She's
Laurie."
Big bad.
He said, "You know what? They said you're Mephisto."
It's happening.
I mean, Marvel likes to add little twists and turns to things.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
I know nothing.
You heard it here first. Laurie is Mephisto.
That's what you heard.
Yeah.
We're gonna see that all over the internet tomorrow.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be
breaking
like
news.
Definitely.
Live stream just broke big news in the MCU. Oh,
Laurie's. So, all right, we have another question here. One of it is from Tobar. He says, "Is green screen acting hard or easy?"
Acting is acting, period. So in acting in general, you're already pretending, so to say. You're using your imagination anyway. So being in front of a green screen, it's pretty much just another day on the job. Another day in the life of an actor. For me, the hardest thing was looking at the green screen, because it starts to affect your eyes after a while, because it's like a hard green color that can kind of hurt your eyes a little bit when you stare at it too long. But no, like, we already know what we're trying to do. And as a professional actor, you already have it in your mind who you are as this character. You already know that your character, what they're playing off to. So you want to be the one to present a good, you want to present a good actor, a good, what's the word I'm looking for? Jesus. You want to be the one to do a good job. So
yeah.
You're definitely bringing your A game, especially when it comes to green screens, because you want it to match when they do the what is it? Because to me, oh my gosh, why am I drawing a blank? What is the word when they use the animation, but it's not animation, but the
is it motion capture?
It's another word, but yeah,
Previs?
Basically the motion capture.
Is it previs?
There's a specific word that I am like drawing a blank on, but It's like, yeah, when they do that, when they add that in, incorporate it, you want to be spot on. You want to make sure you're. So like in my case, with a little fun fact, when I became the Skrull, because of COVID, now when I was in Captain Marvel, we had purple contacts in our eyes. And these contacts were literally created to fit us. So nobody, like, those contacts are still there in the Marvel vault somewhere, and nobody can ever wear Laurie Livingston's eye contacts for her Skrull character.
That's cool.
But
yeah,
but for WandaVision, by the time COVID came, no one could touch anybody. So they couldn't touch us, with our contacts. We couldn't do it. So they had to digitally impose my eyes in that.
Oh,
What is the
wow.
word I'm looking for?
CGI?
CGI, that's what I'm thinking.
CGI. Oh my gosh. Why was that so hard? Yes. The CGI is unmatched. Like, to me, Marvel has CGI down to a science. Like, they're amazing with it. So you want to be sure that whatever you're doing in your character, that you are matching CGI to a T. Like, you want to make it as easy as possible.
So when are we going to see her in Star Wars?
I know for me, for WandaVision, my eyes were CGI'd in. Those are not my eyes. They CGI'd them to give them a little twist.
So,
because we could.
So somebody just asked one of the most important questions, and they said, when will we see Lori Livingston in a Star Wars film?
Star Wars.
See how her voice went up like that?
I'm not
She's trying to hide it.
opposed to
She's
Like,
already
I love
cast.
this stuff. I'm a geek myself. I'm a tomboy, so I'm like, let's do it. I love the weird. I love the weird stuff, and I feel like because I have this mindset, that's kind of gave me my niche in Hollywood. That kind of gave me my in route into Hollywood, because all the other women are always following let's be pretty, let's be the prissy girl, or let's be the sexy, or let's be the this. And I was like, you know what? Let's fight.
Let's
So
fight.
do we think we're going to see her as an orc again in the...
They're like, you're so pretty. I'm like, and your point is what? Like, let's do it.
Let's go. Let's just rumble.
I'm ready. So
See, they don't know you, like, they don't know to knuckle up, snatch them up, Lori, like I know.
Are we gonna see her in a Bright sequel?
I want all the smoke. Let's just put it that way.
You want all the smoke.
Give me all.
So I was just asked, are we going to see you? Are we going to see you in a Bright sequel?
Bright. I don't know if Bright's going to do anything else. I do want to work with Will Smith, but Will Smith has his own company, which is Overbook Productions. So I would hope to. I mean, of course, if Bright comes along, I would take it. But I would hope to do something else. Like, I want to do like more of an actual character with Will Smith again.
Got you. Well,
person.
Come on, man. Like, it's okay. So one last question. So here's a question from me. Now, we know that this woman gets a lot of flack. She's got a lot of flack in the industry. There was a lot of things that were going on that she said that, people didn't really agree with. But overall, like, some people, listened to me, heard it. And people like me, I kind of knew where she was coming from. But I think that the way she posed it might have actually had people on edge a bit. But I guess what I'm saying is, how was your interaction with, because like I said, you worked on the set. Did you get a chance to meet Brie Larson, and how was she in person?
I did. Actually, I got to meet Brie Larson, and I have a story about Samuel L. Jackson. I want to add that too. But
yeah.
I did meet her. She was very focused.
Okay.
This was her breakout role, if you remember.
Yeah.
This was her break. It was like her introduction to Hollywood, and on top of that, in Marvel. So she had to get it right. It's like we definitely felt. We all felt her, the pressure that was kind of on her. Not that Marvel was pressuring her, but just, this is a big deal,
Yeah.
So I think we all kind of felt that for her. I definitely remember her as being very focused, especially when she was in her Captain Marvel suit, like those scenes, or she may have been in those. She was she took it very seriously. Very hardworking, very pleasant, very friendly. Actually, the whole cast and crew was. A lot in Captain Marvel with her, which would also be Maria Rambeau.
Yes.
I was with her a lot, and I was also with Samuel L. Jackson a lot. And a scene that was actually cut out of the movie. Samuel L. Jackson comes in, and they had just saved us as the refugee Skrulls. They had just saved us, so they had just put us on the spaceship.
Yeah.
And you don't really see this in the movie because they kind of edited out. They cut this scene out that I'm about to mention, but they edited down so much you don't really kind of see how this all worked out. But we're in the craft, and it was actually a spaceship like that they created. So
wow.
We were literally this spaceship, and we're all sitting in there. We're strapped in our seats, and we're pretending to be rocking out into science, into the universe. And Samuel Jackson comes in and he tried to give me a speaking line back in Captain Marvel. And I did get to thank him for that and tell him, later, like, hey, thank you. I appreciate you trying to look out for me. But he basically said, can anybody shoot this gun? And he had a gun in his hand. And I spoke up in this scene. I said, I can. And he gave me the gun. And we ended up shooting that a few times, but they did cut that scene out of the movie. So don't go look for it. It's not in there. But
oh, man.
Tell me she heard an in-person motherfucker.
So people are asking, did you hear an in-person motherfucker from from Sam Jackson?
No.
Damn it.
The truth, y'all. Sam Jackson, don't mess with him. But okay, so Maria, the woman who played Maria Rambeau, is actually
she's British. Yeah.
She's American. So she played that whole American accent to a T, because like when she would be doing her lines, she would be like, speaking American.
Yeah.
But then like they cut, and all of a sudden this British person would come out, and we're all like, huh? Like, didn't understand. And there were a few of them, because even Talos, the King Scroll, he's British.
Yeah.
So him too, whenever he would speak, in his character, he would be English.
Yeah.
But then they say cut, he's totally British. So one time on set, Samuel Jackson was sitting there, and the line was, and this line is in the movie, where Maria Rambeau says to Captain Marvel, let's go kick some intergalactic ass.
Yeah.
Okay, she said. And she kept saying it, even in her American accent, she kept saying it like a British person. So she would say it as, we need to go get some intergalactic ass. Go kick some intergalactic ass. Like that. She would say it, her lines like that. And each time, Samuel Jackson would shut it down. And he was like, no. He was, literally, this is BTS stuff. He was like, no. He was like, it's inner. He said, if you are a black girl, it's intergalactic. And he was like trying to teach her.
He tried to get her to say intergalactic.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Talk like a black girl. So he was like, it's intergalactic, not intergalactic. Because she kept pronouncing.
She kept the T's, yeah.
Intergalactic.
Yeah, so she didn't get it initially. We all laughed. We were all trying to teach her how to speak proper black girl ebonics, because she didn't quite have that. So, it's things like that made the whole movie, the whole set priceless,
See, that stuff never makes the behind-the-scenes special features.
She said that stuff, is that everybody's saying that stuff doesn't make behind the scenes like it should. Like, if it made behind, like, even like the blooper reel, that'd be crazy.
It's hilarious. Just to hear Sam, and Sam Jackson's voice, so you got that, he talks to you like you were just stupid, he's not trying to make you feel bad, but he just got that tone to his voice.
Just had that tone, like that veteran tone, like, come on now.
Yes, and he didn't use any MFers. I didn't hear that word, but he definitely was like, look, black girls say intergalactic, not inter.
Yo, so Tobar was like, he's like, I bet Lori was the girl you didn't mess with at school. Okay, so listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. See, all right, I'm going to tell y'all something. Lori was, now, mind you, Lori has some height on her. She's always been, and we used to call her legs, because she's always had the long legs. Lori was always tall, right? But Lori, when she says it, she was really the tomboy of the crew. Now, Lori was the pretty face until something was said, and I told you, she's the one that would snatch you up. Like, literally snatch you up out of nowhere. And it's like, what the fuck? But she would literally snatch you up out of nowhere. And it was like, like when your mom snatches you up and you get real quiet, because you're like, it surprises you that she snatched you up. Like, so, like, that's what it was. Like, Lori was like, you bet I will fuck you. She's that, like, literally, like, she now, I'm just being completely honest, not gonna go into some of these stories, but Lori has a history. She's a knuckle buster, so I'm just telling y'all, she's hood. She could be hood when she wants to. But nah.
And there you have it. No, it's true. I try to hide that side of me, especially Hollywood, but they say, you can take the kid out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the kid.
Exactly.
So, I'm where I'm from. I'm from where I'm from. So,
yes. You already know.
It's there.
It's there.
Sorry.
So, Lori, let me ask you, where are we going to, anybody, you got any questions, Will, or Brennan?
I don't think so. I mean, I think
No,
everything's been
I got
covered.
plenty of answers,
really
yeah.
well. And Lori has answered everything beautifully, so I want to say thank you
the
so
only
much.
questions
They said
left,
you've
she
answered
can't
everything
answer.
beautifully, so thank you.
He's
So
obviously a seasoned pro.
they said you're obviously a seasoned pro, Lori.
I'm trying to be. We're trying to take over this whole Hollywood thing.
Yes,
Trying.
definitely. So, Lori, what are we going to see you in next? Like, what you got coming up? What's coming up for Lori Livingston right now?
We're just working on some stuff right now. I mean, Hollywood is really weird at this moment because of COVID. So a lot of things have shut down. A lot of things are limited. It's a bad time when. Sorry, I got messages coming in. It's a bad time when you have major celebrities doing basic commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So it's just an interesting time right now. It's an interesting point of life where everybody's.
Yeah.
So just like you in your everyday life, you're adjusting. Hollywood's trying to make the proper adjustments as well. So, right now it's just a lot of TV shows, movie parts, small things that we're trying to work on. So you'll see me around. I'll definitely make it known when I come out.
Well, you're always working, so I mean, I'm just happy that you took time out of your schedule. Now, look, this is what you call the consummate professional, somebody who takes time out of their day, and they always busy doing what they're doing to say, look, we're going to make this work. And I applaud Lori for making this work by any means. She's like, look, either you call in or whatever, however we're going to do this, we're going to make this work. And Lori, you already know how it is. I love you to death. I'm so happy that we can get you on the show and, just chat about things that's going on with you. You can tell them where they can find you, Lori. Where they can find you now.
Oh, I'm Lori Livingston across the board, so it's not hard to find me. I'm the only black one. So Livingston, Lori. Lori, that's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I do a lot on TikTok. A lot of times on TikTok, I do it just to memorize stuff. Just to stay. So if you don't mind goofy videos, bear with me. YouTube, the whole nine. So yeah, I don't have Twitter, but I'm pretty much everywhere else. So.
Yo, somebody, what is it? Star Child L7 said, I grew up with a few girls like Lori, beautiful, but a whoop your butt.
That's both worlds.
Yo, look, they don't. Come on, man. Look, look.
You see what my shirt says?
What is? Hold on, let me see. Thou shalt not try me. That's what her shirt says. Well, man, look, Lori, it's always a pleasure. Yo, I'm glad you came through. Everybody, again, you can follow Lori on Instagram. Always look for her. Like, the thing is, Lori has surprised me. What she'll do is she'll be like, yeah, I got a couple things I'm working on, but I can't really, say anything. And I'm like in my head, like, oh, she's going to fuck my head up again. Like, she's literally going to fuck my head up again. And I'm waiting. So it's like anytime I see now, like if I see like the MCU, like I'm watching every show just to see if she's going to make an appearance.
You thought she was going to be in Shang-Chi. You were like,
bro, I did. I seriously thought she was going to be in Shang-Chi, bro. I thought she was going to be either that or What If. So if they make an animated version of What If and I hear her voice, I'm going to be like, yo, you didn't tell me shit.
I know.
And be like, I couldn't.
Yeah, like you can't, because like I said, Kevin Feige knock on your door. Kevin Feige knock on that door and be like, nah, but you already know how it is.
Yeah.
But nah, everybody in the chat, Lori, they said wonderful work. Thank you for answering questions. A lot of them are saying like you brought us closer to the MCU. You let us know certain things that we didn't know. So everyone is really, really grateful that you chimed in tonight. I thank you. The panel thanks you.
Thank you.
Now, I can't have you on too long because Will is the pretty boy of the group, and he'll probably try to invite you to Olive Garden because that's what he does. He'll try to get you. He actually is the spokesperson for Olive Garden. That's what he does. So I can't have you around too long.
Ask her layout. Is Olive Garden romantic?
See, okay. So one last question from Will. He said, "Lori, is Olive Garden romantic?"
Yes.
See? Yes.
I think any effort.
She just threw you a bone, dude. That's all.
Romantic.
She said any effort is romantic. So yes, Olive Garden is romantic.
I'm gonna count that as a win, Leo.
You gonna count it as a win? Hey Lori, check it out. Will's gonna follow you on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, I'll follow her right now.
He said he's following you right now. Yo, so you just got a couple followers, so they gonna follow you on Instagram right now.
Are you guys
Harrisburg?
No. So Will's in Baltimore, and Brendan, he's in Boston.
Okay.
He's in Boston.
Boston.
Oscar.
Okay.
Literally nobody. First of all, you can't park a car in Harvard Yard. There's nowhere to park in Harvard Yard.
He said you
Anyway,
can't park a car in Harvard Yard, so there's nowhere to park.
Nobody in
park
Boston
the car
says
in
park in
Harvard
Harvard Yard because it's not a thing.
Lori gets it. Lori gets it.
Lori gets it. She gets it. Well, man, Lori, again, thank you for coming through, man. Love you always. And definitely, I'm going to get you back. You know what? We're going to get this work so they can actually, we're going to get it to work one of these days so they can actually see you live on the show. But it's great to have you. Always welcome. Again, everybody, you can follow Lori on Instagram. You'll see her basically on and TikTok. You'll see her on a lot of upcoming things. She's always around, and she'll surprise you. She'll peek her head out and just show you some things. But you know what? Beautiful work. I'm super, like, it's not too it's not that many, longer. You can actually just, when you meet somebody, you know that you know somebody, you see them on screen, it's just like you're just dazzled at it. It's like, wow, you're surrounded around greatness, bro. Like, it just makes you feel good about what you're doing. So Lori, thank you. So glad to have you on the show. Love you. And yeah, like, you already know I'll be hollering at you a little bit later.
Yes, I know.
You already know that.
I know.
I'll be hollering at you a little later because I'm always trying to pick your brain. So you already know that. All right.
Thank you so much, y'all. I appreciate you having me on the show. I apologize for all them except for four.
Oh man,
Thank
come
you.
on.
Yeah.
Come on. Again, everybody, this is
Amazing to meet you, Lori.
this is Lori. This is Lori Livingston. Say hi, say bye to her. Everybody got mad love for you though, for real. So we'll be talking to you a little later. All right.
All right.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. There you have it.
I followed her, Leia. Hopefully she follows me back, dude.
She will.
She's not gonna.
She will? Yeah,
Nah,
she will.
bro, she will. She'll follow you. If you've already followed her, once she gets off her phone, because she just got off, she'll check and she will follow. Anybody who follows Lori, she will follow you back. Like, honestly, she does that.
Man. Don't say.
I'm going to go like all of her photos, Leia.
You don't want to put that on her. Then she's got to live up to that.
I'll like all her photos, yeah, and then that's how I do it.
Man, she's
She's gonna get
literally
like 114 notifications from Will liking every picture
Yeah.
she's posted, and then she's
Exactly.
gonna block him because she's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yo.
now he's that kind of guy.
It never happened.
Yo, Lori is a heart, but bro, I remember like the conversation that we had before she left. She had, at that time she was in a relationship, and she had just got out of that relationship, and she was like, "Look, I'm going. I'm just leaving." You know what I mean? She had, just started her modeling career. She was like, "I'm going. I'm just going to move." She had been in Paris, France. She moved there, and then she moved from Paris to LA. But she is just been hustling. She's that's all she basically does. She hustles. But she always, the thing is, the thing about her is that she's always checking in. And if she don't hear from me, she's like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on with you?" You know what I mean? Like, she'll literally like, "Yo, what are you doing? Like, what's going on with you?" So, like, literally, like, she is down to earth, like one of my best friends, like, for the longest time. Like, we like my road dog. So, you know what I mean? Like, we've really been, and you know what, Will, like, it was just like it was, with Aquafina, in Shang-Chi, just like that. And I'm not going to speak any more on that, Will. I mean, I'm Brendan, but I'm just saying that's how tight we were. You know what I mean? And we still are. Like, we're still real cool. She's like a really huge supporter, and I'm a supporter of hers. So we got friends like that. Always support them because they will support you. So, Lori, always, we love you.
That was awesome.
Oh man, it's awesome. So anyway, I want to get back again. I want to get back to this figure. I can't because I
thought we already covered.
Nah, we didn't cover it enough. We're not going to talk about the movie. We're going to talk
All right,
about.
that's fine. We got to talk about last night's release too.
Yeah, we
didn't,
will. We'll cover that in a minute. We're going to cover
We
that
didn't
in a
go
minute.
over Wen Wu really, but
We're going to get into Wen Wu in a minute because
yeah.
that figure is dope. But I just want to actually jump back into this Shang-Chi real quick because this thing, bro, I can't get enough of this figure. Like, I'm so effing happy. I'm happy, bro. Like, look at that. Like, it's phenomenal.
Dude, I love the high tops.
yeah,
Right.
I'm actually fine with the elbows too. I'd prefer that over seamless for this figure.
Yeah,
I
'cause
prefer
You're
that.
the thing is, you're not. I don't think they're going to be as visible as people are thinking, though, because
Yeah.
first of all, unless you're doing a super serious bend at the elbow, the
It's not
sleeve's
gonna
going to be
show.
long enough to cover it. But the thing is, if you're bending it like in certain ways, if like it's the back arm, for example, unless it's like directly in front of you like this, that joint's going to be hidden. So you're not really going to be. I honestly
Right.
don't think they're going to be
It's
that visible.
like Infinity War Cap had the same thing. I mean,
Yeah.
so and
Yeah.
it's the same deal. I mean, it's
But this is
you're not
also
really gonna
showing
see it.
them they're putting a lot more detail into the paint work on forearms now, like with Wen Wu, where
Yeah.
you're actually getting fully like swappable forearms.
Yeah.
That's something that I think is really cool. That will be really cool if Hot Toys continues to do with other characters too.
Yeah, I mean, honestly though, for real, this Wen Wu too. I mean, his character was incredible, and this sculpt is amazing. I mean, like it really is. I love the outfit. I love his character design, all in all, and just his character development. So for me, and trust me, I ain't gonna spoil anything. But this character, Wen Wu, he
Yes.
kicks some ass. And
Yeah.
early, trust
Yeah.
me, early.
Yeah.
Like, you see
Runtime
him,
on
you're
this?
like, okay. You're like,
What's-
it's that kind
Yes.
of movie.
Yes.
What's
like,
the
trust
runtime
me.
on this movie?
I think it's about over 2 hours. I think.
Yeah,
over
it's
two?
definitely
Okay.
over 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
definitely
it's
over 2
132 minutes, so
Which-
2 hours 12.
I
15.
love that too because like I mean there's so many pitfalls, there's so many things you're worried about when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to a character that isn't as well known. Are they going to cut corners here and there? Are they going
Yeah.
to shortchange them? Are they
Nope,
only going
not
to give
this
them
guy.
like a 90-minute runtime?
Yeah.
You
I
know,
love the
so
effects
the
on the
fact
rings.
that they're
Yeah.
giving them love, I'm happy with that.
Right, and for sure. And these effects on the rings, oh my god, dude! And
That's
I like
phenomenal.
the whirlwind effect too. He has on the others. Like,
I like
Yeah,
this one
like
a
this
lot
one.
more.
This
I like
one.
that one a lot more.
Yeah,
Bro.
that's
that-
probably the one most people are going to use. Yeah,
Yeah, this bro, the thing is bro, you can do no wrong. Like
No.
this movie, it was I can't wait till tomorrow. I'm just gonna say
Again,
that.
no spoilers. But do you guys have an idea, a sense after seeing the movie, what the accessories that we haven't yet
Yeah.
seen are going to be for?
For
you
sure.
know? Okay.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yes, for
one of them
sure.
I think people will be very happy about. It's a
Are they
very,
accessories you'd
it's
use
a
in posing
cuddly.
at all?
It's a cuddly type of thing.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I'll say,
it's-
yeah.
we'll say that. There's
Yeah.
gonna
How
be
with the
duck?
No.
No, that'd be great though.
No.
But it's people are it's like a Grogu.
Yeah.
It's like that. Let's just say that.
Yeah. It's definitely like a Grogu.
Yeah. So and
Yeah,
when I first started, I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, yo, I thought
I was-
yeah, me too. See,
Yeah,
the thing
I
is,
Thought it was a
Brendan,
pork.
just go see the movie.
Yeah.
Go
I'm
see
going
the
tomorrow,
go.
dude.
Let's just say
When
there's
you
some
when you see the
creatures in
movie
this film.
tomorrow,
Oh, tomorrow.
but listen, when you see the movie tomorrow, I know what your reaction is going to be because it's the same reaction I had and the same reaction that Will had.
Right.
Yo, I right off the
Yeah, there's some good ass comedy in
It
this film,
is some-
and that character is one of them. Yeah,
and that it is, bro. But
it's so well balanced. The film.
it is. It
you
is.
realize that Justin's not going to come on a live stream with you guys for like
For a
I
while.
talked to him
45
over
days
message.
because
Yeah,
until
I
he
talked
can
to
go
him.
and see that, he's going to stay the fuck away
I
from
told
you guys.
Yo,
I told
and-
him, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll let you go. But I told him, man, I was like, I feel so bad for you. I was like, I don't mean to rub it in, but this movie
That
is
doesn't make
fucking
him feel
incredible.
better, dude. That
Like, and
makes
I told him,
him
he's like, man, I know. And he said, I was like, dude, get arrested to go see this. I was like, it's worth it.
When
I was
you
like,
say
break the fucking.
I feel so bad for you, that doesn't make him feel better.
No,
That's what I'm
I did.
telling
I
you.
said I feel so bad for you because this movie is so much
Yo.
better than I thought it was even going to be. It's so fucking good. The movie, I was like, I feel so like in any movie. Black Widow was really good, but it's not
you
on
keep
this film's
making it
level.
worse, dude.
Bro, you
just
said
gotta-
you
gotta
said
shut the fuck up.
yo, you said oh, I feel bad for you, but this movie is fucking
You just twisted
is.
the knife deeper.
I
into your
did.
back.
I told him I was like, this is one of the best movies I've ever seen. I was like, it is. I mean,
so much for
It's
the so much for the Figures and Flicks podcast. He's pulling the.
I know he's pulling the plug on that shit. Lael, Justin was so pissed. I could see his face. It was another gif. It was like,
yo.
Dude, last night
He was so pissed.
Jetta's stream,
He was
not
so
fucking happy
pissed.
with you
Brian,
two.
by the way, so Leo and Brennan, I told Justin that. He said he's gotten a lot of messages, people telling him the exact same thing. Like
What?
basically, the movie's incredible, and
Yeah.
they feel bad for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like rubbing it in. Get
Yeah,
the
they
guy
are.
a
Yeah.
fucking
No, I
break.
just had to tell him, dude. I messaged Leo, I messaged Mario, I messaged like
Yeah,
everybody.
bro,
I
you
was like,
messaged me when I got right out the theater. Like,
Yeah,
I saw you was like, yo, fucking incredible.
Yeah, I was
and
like,
then
dude.
Jetta was like 10 out of 10. That's just
Oh,
what
he
he
saw it
said.
too?
He
Okay,
said
yeah.
10 out
Yeah,
of
but
10.
see, you know what? Jetta
haven't
has
talked to
kept his
Susan
mouth
yet.
shut. He hasn't been messaging me at all about this movie. You motherfuckers won't shut up about it.
oh my god, it's so
Hey, yo,
good.
yo, Jetta
I'm so
was
sorry,
like,
Justin.
Jetta came in. He was like, yo, 10 out of 10. But don't tell Justin.
I told Justin. I
Oh,
told him.
man.
Right to
Poor
his face.
Justin, bro.
Right,
Like,
I know.
motherfuckers.
yo, he's not going to watch. Oh, he's not going to be on live streams for a minute.
Nope.
Hell
Oh,
no.
man, bro. Like, it's not my fault, though, bro. Like, it's.
This-
He
it's-
might,
this-
his
guys,
his channel might be shut down. His Facebook group. He might be nowhere for 45 days just to try and remain pure and not get it spoiled.
I couldn't get home fast enough to pre-order these figures.
Oh, my God.
Like I was,
Yes.
I like to see the movie before I pre-order the figure because I could love the figure and see the movie. I'm like, I don't really like that character though. But like these two, love these characters, and I really
Yes,
the third
yes.
character that we're thinking, I would get her too.
Yes, yes. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh shit, I
hell
just said
yeah.
her. Either way, it's fine. It's fine. She's a great character. I'll just say that.
Quick announcement before we jump into everything. Like I said, tonight's show actually is sponsored by Collector Zone for a
Wow.
reason. For a reason. Now, tonight, like I said, I told everybody to be here for tonight, you know, specifically for an announcement because we are going to do a giveaway. So there is going to be a giveaway, and I'm pretty sure everybody wants to see what this piece is. But there is a special giveaway. Now, I'm going to go get it, and I'm going to let these two guys run the show for a second while I go get this piece. But it is going to be a giveaway, and the giveaway is basically to the thousandth member, like, because we're trying to reach 1,000 on this show. So whoever actually, once we reach 1,000, this is going to be a random giveaway. So I'm going to give this away. Once we reach 1,000,
It'll be
then
107 away.
we're 107 away, so we got to reach 1,000. Like I said, it's a brand new channel, so we're trying to reach 1,000. Once we reach 1,000, we're going to do a giveaway, and this is going to be something I actually received it today, and it's actually sponsored by Collector Zone. If you haven't already joined Collector Zone Cantina, make sure you do that. But it is sponsored by Collector Zone, so I'm gonna go get this piece because, like I said, once we reach 1,000, there's going to be a giveaway. So I'm gonna let these two talk while I go get this piece. So I'll be right back. Okay. Talk.
Anyway, about Shang-Chi. Justin, I'm so sorry. Justin,
He's not watching this. He's
No,
not.
I
fucking
messaged him.
watching
I
this
just
at
told him, I was
all.
like, dude, tune in. I was like, tune in. But yeah, like I do really love these figures, the Shang-Chi figures. Trust me, Brendan, when you see the film, if you haven't already pre-ordered them, you will. So I mean, it's,
I'm 100% getting these, and I'm getting them first batch. Like there's no question about that.
Yeah.
I'm not rushing out to, like, even though I know I'm gonna love it, I'm not rushing out to like pre-order them tomorrow when I get home.
gotcha.
Because I know that I can order them a year from now.
Oh
and
yeah,
still, like
that's the
so
game of
I-
Hot Toys now. Yeah.
I only have a handful left to that I've got to pay off. I have, I think, like 40 figures paid off, like pre-orders paid off
That's
already.
good though. I've been doing that lately.
Oh yeah, I mean, basically, with the exception of a couple that I haven't, put the money down on yet, like very few. I've got pretty much everything that I'm getting for like through like next summer paid off, and it's just like
That's
a couple
smart.
of it's
That's
just
smart.
like shipping that I might get invoiced for, like when a bunch of them I've already paid the shipping on. So yeah, once they actually release a couple of more like that and we get close, then I'll maybe do some more pre-orders and stuff. But otherwise, I'm not jumping at that because I know I can wait a year and still pre-order. I'm not going to miss out on it. That's not an issue.
Yeah, no. First
so
batch
yeah, I
price could
haven't-
change, I guess, but
It could. I don't think it's going to. I mean, the ones that I don't pre-order, like the ones that I don't get the first batch right away, I'll watch, and if the first batch price starts to go up, then I'll lock it down.
Yeah.
But if it's staying relatively steady, then I'm not worried about it, and so I won't. I can wait a little bit. So I have a handful that I keep an eye on. Like I do plan on getting both the Darth Maul and the Anakin from Clone Wars, the Hot Toys ones. But I already have Dark Side Anakin. I've got 3 Mauls, so even though I plan on getting both of those, I haven't pre-ordered those yet because like I can wait a little bit on those. So I'm not, But other than that, like the stuff that I really want, I've got like 40 of them already paid off like through next year.
Yeah, I got mine from Comic Concepts and then Alter Ego Comics. Those are 2 of my big sites that I use.
Yeah, and if you're going through one of those like domestic retailers that they're only going to have a certain amount, then you want to put the pre-order in if that's the source that you want to get it from. Like like if you're getting Collector's Zone or Underground, like they'll only have X number for a release. Right. So if you want to get it through them, then you got to put that order in early.
Yeah,
if you're going first batch HK or something like that, you don't really have. Because
I got I had a coupon for Alter Ego $225 shipped. So I'm really happy about that.
Oh, that's good.
And Shang-Chi, it's like it'll probably be like $250, $260 shipped. So it's like $240 plus shipping.
The price for both of those is only like $195. Like when you convert like Hong Kong, not like first batch, like if you're getting it from resellers, but like the actual MSRP for like Hot Toys, what Hot Toys sells it at. If you just convert the Hong Kong to US, it's like $195.
I wish we lived in.
So I'm telling you, people, the prices are not going up on Hot Toys end; they're going up on Sideshow's end.
Yeah,
and like the US market in Hong Kong, you get them for dirt cheap. You get Hot Toys in Hong Kong for what third-party companies are selling stuff right now.
Exactly.
All right, Leo, hit us with it.
So, again, this is going to be a giveaway. Now, someone asked earlier, or is it to members or subscribers? So, basically, this is going to be for subscribers, members. If you've subscribed to the channel, if you've actually subscribed to the channel, we're going to have it's going to be a random giveaway. Now, if we can reach, now, mind you, tune in next Thursday. Okay, so next Thursday, we are actually going to introduce a new segment, the new Star Wars segment that me and Mario have running. And if we reach 1,000 before we get to that show, then the giveaway will happen on that show live, and it'll be randomly selected. And I'll tell you basically later on this week or this weekend how that's going to be done. But the piece that we're going to be revealing, is now. It is going to be the Grogu and the Chow in the pilot seat. Okay, so this is what it's going to basically be. This is through Collector's Zone. So this is basically a beautiful piece, man. Like seriously, I pulled it out the box. This thing is simply amazing. And this is basically from Diamond Select. Diamond Select made this piece. Is Grogu in the pilot chair. So basically, like this is a nice piece. It's a hefty piece. It's heavy. This is what we'll basically be giving away. And
what scale is that?
This is one. It's actually
half. Is it half scale?
It's a half scale. Yeah, it's a half scale.
That's pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a half scale.
Nice.
So it's pretty big. It's a nice piece. It's hefty. It's heavy. He does actually come with the control knob. So yes, this is, like I said, this is what we'll be giving away. If we reach 1,000 by next Thursday night, then this will be given away live. It's not, to any subscriber. And I'll tell you how you can enter. You'll see it. So basically tune in if you're subscribed to the Instagram page as well. I'll have some details in there probably this weekend on how you can actually win this piece. We'll probably reveal some during out the week, but like I said, again, once we reach 1,000, this piece will be randomly given away, and this is on behalf of Collector's Zone. If you haven't already subscribed and joined their channel, definitely do that. Marcos is a great guy, but yeah, this piece will be given away, this baby, and it's a beautiful piece. So I'm telling you, once we reach 1,000, y'all better reach 1,000 because I'll add this to the collection. This bad boy will be added to the collection, but I love it. It is a nice piece, man. So yeah,
he's got the knob in his hand too.
Yep, he has a knob in his hand, and I like the detail on the seat. So yeah, like I don't know. Look, and this isn't the typical Grogu that you would actually get with a hot toy. This isn't like those little Grogus. This is a decent piece. So this is legit. So again, this is from Collector's Zone. If you haven't already joined the Cantina, definitely do that. Yeah. So
nice, man.
That's awesome.
That's
Leia.
what we got going
That's
on.
A bomb
So
piece. That's like a $200 piece I was looking up.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That's
it is
crazy.
literally a $200 piece, man. Like it's a decent piece. So yeah. It's like, can we get a review? Hey, whoever gets it can actually review it. You can
There you
actually
go.
get it in hand, and you can actually review this piece. Cause I don't want to put. Look, it's now. If put it this way, if I review it, I'm keeping it. So don't let me review it. Cause if I review it, I am keeping this piece. Cause this thing is beautiful. It's really decent. So yes, once we reach 1,000, again, we reach 1,000, and yeah. This will be given away. So if you already and here's, it might even happen this way too. We could even do it to whereas, we can do it in a way whereas if how do they want to say it? If you recommend someone to follow this channel and they say that you did, you might be the one that's randomly selected. So get out there, tell these people, get out there and tell everybody.
You might be the one
look,
that's randomly selected on purpose if you drive
exactly
more traffic over
because
here.
if you go out there and get so many people to subscribe to this channel, and we reach 1,000, and I have so many people saying that this person said it, yo, you never know. This thing could be in your hands. And once I select, it's going out that day or the next day. Plain and simple. So that's how we do it over here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so let's talk about a release. This piece, bro, and this came out of no effing where, and it kind of pissed me off. I'm gonna be completely honest. It kind of pissed me off.
If you listen to Justin and Will, then it didn't come out of nowhere.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
I was wrong.
He didn't tell me, but I'm just saying it kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Because he jumped the line in front of Rex?
Because he jumped the line in front of Mike. No, not in front of Rex. Not in front of Rex. I'm talking about my golden arm from Wonder Woman. Like, come on, man. I want that piece.
Yeah, that's long overdue, but
yeah, that's long overdue. Like, that's what I'm kind of upset at. But anyway,
yeah, I agree.
It is what it is. You can't cry over spilled milk. It happened. At least we got some type of release.
This
so I'm not really stressed about it.
Way better than people were thinking it was going to be.
This piece right here, boy.
Pictures are gorgeous. The photographer nailed it. Like, this whole set is phenomenal. But this figure, man, it blows away those prototype pics back when it first went up for pre-order. This thing is, I'm so psyched. Actually, I'm going to check the tracking and see when mine is going to be here.
There you go. Yeah. Leia, I'll go ahead and go on this one. Like, I think I'm very conflicted on it.
I knew it.
Damn it, Will.
Because here's why.
Always pissing in my Cheerios, man.
I knew it. Go ahead.
Here's why. Because this figure looks really good to me from certain angles. Like the sculpts. Oh my god.
All of them?
The sculpts are incredible, right? But there's something about, and I want a Venom figure so badly. Like I love that.
This is the one.
I didn't love the film though. I didn't really like the film very much.
It doesn't matter. The figure is phenomenal.
No, oh yeah, no doubt about it. But here's the thing. There's elements of this figure that look like Marvel Legends to me. Like and the problem is I don't think they could have done it any other way. That's the dilemma. Like the arm, the shoulders, and the legs.
Yeah.
It looks like a Marvel Legends to me in that way, and just in those areas. But there's no other way they could have done it, short of making it a statue or a power pose. So I get that.
Or with the similar body type to Hellboy.
Yeah,
which I thought that they might have done, but.
And like, cause Venom is like, that's just his skin, that's his body. So I mean, like, there's no way it's like it looks incredible. I think the sculpt is amazing. I love the detail with the veins and all that work. It's just the arm, the shoulders, and the legs are bothering me.
By the same token, though, every Hulk except the most recent Endgame would also fall into that same category.
You
see massive shoulder and knee joints.
But at the same time, Hawkeye does have shorts on, so you can at least kind of cover up the leg issues. But
you can't. So that's one of the reasons why I like the 2012 version, which I have.
Right.
But the one you still can't cover up the arms.
No, the shoulders are there.
Certain poses, the shorts will still ride up on the on Hulk, and you still see the knees. But you also still see them, like even more so on Age of Ultron Hulk. you really see the knee joints, but you also see them at the ankles too.
And there's no way around it. That's why I think Thanos works so well. Like for Infinity War, like other than the hands, the wrists, like which is pretty normal. Like his shoulders are covered by the armor, right? So like, but if for me, I don't love the tongue out sculpt as much. I love this sculpt. This is a sculpt I would use.
Yeah.
I would use the one with the teeth. I think that one is by far superior in my eyes. Like I love that look. You know me, Layout. Here's the other dilemma I have. I really want a Venom. I'm going bold here. I'm thinking that they released this figure early for a reason. And my logic, my total unsubstantiated theory is that I think for Venom 2, we're going to get the spider on the chest. And I think they have not shown that in the trailer. And I think that Hot Toys has this inside info. So they wanted to get this figure out before that one comes out and they announce it. And everyone wants that one instead. Because that's my opinion. Because these companies like money, right? Like most of the time, characters have a new look in every film, and that's for a reason, to merchandise the shit out of them. And like Venom going in with the exact same look, I don't think would be smart from a merchandising perspective. And I get Sony hasn't merchandised Venom as much as their other content. I get that. Yeah. But this is a high producing, high box office, productive film. So I think Sony has probably heard a lot of people were missing the spider logo. So I think if there's a way for them to pull that in and just remove it from the trailer and hide it and then show it later, because they're not going to show that in the trailer. Like, that would be really cool. And I think if that happens, no one's going to want this one. That's the thing. Like, everyone said when this one was announced, they were like, I really want the spider on his chest, though. So, like, I love this figure, but I'm going to wait. I want to wait and see what happens. I want to wait for it to get discounted, because I think people are going to discount it a little bit. And I want to see what's going to happen with this second film before I pull the trigger on this. That would be what I caution people to do, because I feel like there's a reason Hot Toys did this. Announced it or released it early, that is. I mean, this figure was supposed to come out like January to March of next year. I mean, so there's a reason they're pulling this out early. So, exactly.
Brandon, you go next. Because like I said, this is going to be now, ladies and gentlemen, because for the interest of time, this is going to be the last topic for tonight. But I just wanted to save this until now because, like I said, I mean, it is late. I didn't want it to go too far. But like I said, I wanted to touch on this because this piece is beautiful. I couldn't wait for it. Brendan, what you think, man?
I fucking love it. Absolutely. I've got it on the way. I got the shipping notice from Toys Wonderland this morning when I woke up. So I should have it. It hasn't updated since this morning, but the tracking for DHL, but I should have it probably by like Monday, Tuesday. I absolutely love it. I don't care about the fucking spider logo. Like, I know, like, people I could not give less of a shit about the spider logo. I think the character looks amazing. That like wet symbiote skin texture on it, I absolutely love. It's big, it's menacing. It's like, I love the sculpts, the teeth and the tongue. It's all around. It's a win for me. And I'm a big Venom and Carnage and Spider-Man fan. I've got literally 12 Spider-Men in the case behind me. I've got Spider-Man art on the walls. Like, I love these characters. I love Venom and Carnage. To me, whether you like the Tom Hardy movie or not, the image, the visual of Venom in that movie, and then this representation is amazing. Yeah. I don't have as much confidence that you're going to see a spider logo on his chest in the sequel. It's possible, but he doesn't have the same origins in that he does in the comic books. And so just kind of forcing it in there with like some weird kind of justification, which, no offense, but I feel like Sony would probably do it weird somehow because it's not actually Marvel doing that. Yeah. I think Kevin Feige and Marvel are keeping this Venom franchise at an arm's distance. I do not think that we're going to see much of a crossover other than maybe a random cameo. So I don't think Venom is going to be part of the Sinister Six. I don't think he's going to be a bad guy and be on the, I don't think that we're going to see that. So I do think we are going to get another figure of him. You know, I think there'll maybe be some changes, some different accessories, you know, maybe something happens to him and maybe we'll get like a half Venom, half Tom Hardy head sculpt.
That'd be cool.
Maybe they'll do a Venom and Tom Hardy 2-pack. Maybe it's a big like Venom and Carnage 2-pack, although I think that might be a little too big. But I think we're going to get a Venom and I think we're going to get a Carnage from that movie. And that's, Will, like you said, that's why they put this out early. Just like they put Beskar Mando out, 8 months after the pre-orders went up, because they wanted to have space between that shipping and then them dropping the Chrome Season 2 Beskar Mando. So I think it's the exact same thing here. I'm okay with that because I'll buy the shit out of another Venom. To be perfectly honest, if we don't get a Venom from the second movie, I'd probably pick up another one of these because, like you said, I've got 12 Spider-Man 6 scales behind me with more coming in from the Spider-Verse movies and whatnot. So I'm totally fine with having a Venom in a couple of different, you know, sections in my collection and doing different displays. So I absolutely think that, you know, we are going to get more, but if we don't, like I said, I'll probably pick up another one of these. I'm really looking forward to seeing what, you know, they give us in terms of Carnage. Again, I love that character. That'll be really, really cool. But yeah, as far as the Spider-Man connection to it, I wouldn't hold my breath on that. And I also wouldn't hold out for, I'm not going to get this one because I'm going to get a second one. First of all, you know, again, if they announce one, it's going to be 2 years. You can still have this one awesome in your collection. And then if you want, sell it later and pick up, you know, the new one or have two, whatever you want. But like, to me, saying that, oh, they might announce another one and then whenever they do, it'll be 2 years from that. So wait and get that instead of this. I don't see the point in that. I'm getting this one right the fuck now.
Yeah. That makes sense.
This is
I like to be selective, but
it's going to be beautiful. Like the thing is, like I said, it's a no-brainer because, like I said, it's the Spider-Verse, it's Carnage. I mean, it's Venom, and we'll get a Carnage. But for me, like I said, for even, you know what, and the thing is, if I wanted to, and which I would probably do, is get two of them, and then I would actually even customize the second one with a Spider-Man logo on it, and that's only just to kind of bring the nostalgia back from the actual books itself. But I really don't care. This figure is phenomenal. Like, I like it. I would say, again, it's just only one minor thing to me, and that's just the simple fact that if they've done the Hellboy body, I would have loved to see them do like this, you know, because if you have that Hellboy, you'll know, and you'd have it, Brendan, you know that the arms on it, you know, they're phenomenal on that thing. So that
might be what motivated this when you think about it. Maybe he doesn't get the spider armor, like the spider logo. But because when you look at Beskar Mando from season 1 to Beskar Mando from season 2, it's the same figure. It's just the chrome finish. So maybe the one that they announced from this new movie is going to be Venom with that Hellboy body and that type of articulation, and maybe some other like accessories or, you know, things like that to kind of, you know, upsell it. But it might be as simple as that. Again, like, I really, really don't think we're going to see a spider logo. If we do, it's going to be some weird. It's not actually going to be having anything to do with Tom Holland and Peter Parker. It's going to be some other way that, you know, maybe it's not an official spider. Maybe it's just kind of like a design. Like, I don't know,
a little bit different. Yeah,
I think it's not going to be like what people would want it to be. And in that case, I'd rather just not have it at all and just and leave it like this. I do think. And I'll leave it at this. So not even thinking about Beskar, but thinking about the most recent Spider-Man releases that we've got, not MCU ones, but the video game ones. Okay, we got we've got the what came out early, the Mark IV, the Spider Armor Mark IV, that came out early. What other Spider-Man? There was another one that dropped early.
We got the Antioch. The Antioch. Yeah.
The Antioch one dropped early, and then we got we still had it still hasn't shipped, but the pre-orders went up for the exclusive, the con exclusive, the Toy Fair exclusive.
Yeah.
Cyborg Spider-Man. Okay, that Cyborg Spider-Man is the classic suit Spider-Man,
Yeah.
just with the cyborg stuff put on top of it.
Yeah.
So they've already got. I feel like they've already got that classic suit Spider-Man pretty much
Coming.
wrapped up and ready to ship.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna get that fairly soon.
Yeah.
I think they're going to drop that way before it's scheduled, just like they did with those other two and just like they did with this one, because I think we're gonna start seeing more Spider-Man 5, Spider-Man Miles Morales from the PS5. We're gonna start seeing those released. We've got the Spider-Verse ones coming up. They want to shift gears and give that enough time, because there are a lot of rumors that we're going to start seeing some solicitations, maybe even at the State of Play that they do on Thursday next week, I think it is, for the next Insomniac Spider-Man game, the next Peter Parker, like Spider-Man 2, right? And so then there's going to start to be, they're going to do more figures out of that, because like you said, Spider-Man is the Iron Man right now. So they want to give Miles and the Spider-Verse ones some time to breathe before they start launching into those. And so what they need to do right now is clear out the backlog, which is Classic Suit and Cyborg, Spidey, and the Spider-Verse. So I think we're going to start to see those dropping. I think those ones are the most likely figures that we're going to see out of everything that will release before the end of this year.
Yeah. Yep. And if they do, like I said, I can't wait. It's a good time to be a Spider-Man fan. We're just getting so much Spider-Man content coming. So, especially when Miles is released, that's going to go off. I already know that. So, yeah, I can't wait.
Him and Spider-Gwen.
Yeah. So, basically, we're going to see that. But, yeah, that's the release that we got for right now, man. But I'm happy about it. I mean, I know Will's subjective, but that's Will. That's what's up. But, yeah,
Venom's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, exactly.
I have
just
mixed
the
feelings
figure
on the figure. Yeah.
And if he's one of your favorite characters, like you want that figure to be right. Like you
do.
want it to be a certain way. So I get that. I do.
And I still may
do
end up
get
getting it. So
exactly. There you go. But anyway, great show tonight. It's been a great show. Great panel. Lori, again, thank you so much for coming through. Really appreciate that. I love you. Love you all day, every day. So glad you came through. Will, what you got coming up, man? What's going on with you next, bro?
Dude, live stream on Sunday. On Sunday. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be Shang-Chi spoilers. We're going to talk about some new releases. Probably Venom is going to be in there too. So we'll probably talk a little bit more detail about just the figure. We're going to have Optical, yourself, and Susan Damon once again on. Yeah. So that's going to be a blast. And it's going to be so much fun. And we're going to talk all things. So guys, watch Shang-Chi.
Going to make sure Optical behaves.
I don't think that's possible, Brendan. I don't think it's possible. I don't think anyone can rein him in.
Probably not.
Definitely not even me. So, but Shang-Chi spoilers on Sunday, so make sure you watch the film before you drop by.
Before you drop by, please.
Yes. We'll hit you with some spoiler warnings for sure, but that's going to be a big part of it. And figure releases, and then we're also going to talk third-party figures and the experience, because I bought a few recently. Leao had one bad experience. But I'll talk about that, and then I'll also talk about this other figure I have coming in for another experience. So, and you've had great
I saw that one.
So it'll be a good balance, because you've had great experience with third party, and most people have. I've just been unlucky, it seems like.
Yeah, definitely.
But anyway, that's it.
All right, so cool. That's something that definitely I can't wait for that on Sunday. That's going to be incredible, man. I'm super, super, super stoked and hype about that, bro. Brendan, man, what's going on with you, bro?
Not much. I got the I showed earlier while you guys were chit chatting about a fucking movie I haven't seen yet. Showed the quarter scale NECA Batman, 89 Batman. I don't know why they didn't do the Returns Batman with the Penguin and the Catwoman, but I love those. Those are so cool. Especially since it seems like Hot Toys is never going to give us the Catwoman and Penguin that we've all been clamoring for. So I got those in today. I gotta like do some cleaning back here so I can put up my Alex Ross Invincible print. And other than that, I'm just gonna wait on. I'm gonna go see the movie tomorrow.
Yes.
So I don't have to listen to YouTube blabber about it. I don't know.
I'm going to see it again tomorrow night. That's it.
And then I've got, like I said, hopefully hopefully like Monday, Tuesday have Venom.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, maybe if you want to jump on, we can do like a live unboxing. I don't know.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's go. Let's do it. We can do it.
I'll let you know as the.
Let me know when it comes, and then I'll schedule it.
Yeah.
I'll just schedule a live unboxing. We'll do a live unboxing of. You heard it here. We'll do a live unboxing of Venom once he gets it.
Are we doing comic talks on Monday, or is that next? Are we?
What are we doing Monday? Are we doing it on Monday? I mean, we can definitely because there's a lot of shit to discuss, especially with saying Shang-Chi. And I'm pretty sure that Vince is going to, because Benny was there with me tonight as well. So hell yeah, I'll put that up.
I'll just keep you posted. I'll give you a call tomorrow or the next.
Okay.
I'll keep you posted on the tracking. So it literally just shipped out like this morning or last night. So by tomorrow morning, I should have an actual ETA on it, and then but DHL,
because they get there quick, bro.
Yeah, they come with the quickness, so I always have the, that's pretty. Usually, it either gets here when it's scheduled for or earlier. Very rarely does it come in late. I say that now.
Gotcha.
Fuck, knock on wood. But yeah, so I'll let you know, and then if it's going to be Tuesday, then maybe we just shift to Tuesday and we do like comics talk and a live unboxing on
the same night. Yeah,
that means I'm going to get it in during the day, and I'm going to have to like sit on it. I'm not going to open it until live stream.
Yeah, definitely.
The things that I do for content for your goddamn channel.
That's good though, because we love it. We love it. Anyway, yeah, so good. That's what we got coming up next week. So definitely stay tuned for that. Also, don't forget to tune in next Thursday night for the Uncivilized Scoundrels debut, our Star Wars show that we'll actually have on. So definitely check that out. Yeah, definitely check that out, man. I can't wait to actually do that.
Watch a new episode of Titans.
Yes.
Fucking awesome.
I watched. I see. I'm in the middle of it right now.
I haven't started yet.
You got to start it, bro.
Let me just talk about it for the next hour.
That's okay. That's okay.
Return the fucking Shang-Chi.
Justin's been telling me all about
Save it.
So.
But we'll as a matter of fact,
was good.
What's crazy and which we'll discuss on, actually comic book talk, because definitely that'd be something, that we could talk about. But I just, like I said, again, just tune in. Make sure that you tune in next Thursday. Again, keep in mind, if we reach 1,000 subscribers on this channel, that giveaway will happen that night. So yes, if we reach 1,000, and if, like I said, you recommend someone to this show and you tell them to come in and actually subscribe. And
you picked up one from tonight. You were at 893 or 894 now.
Exactly. So let them know, if they basically, again, and you tell them, when you subscribe, even put a message, say we subscribed and I was recommended by this person. Make sure you do that, because the more I see that, the more I'm willed towards whatever. And if we reach 1,000 by next Thursday, which I think we will. It's a good chance that we will. Definitely that giveaway will happen that night, so stay tuned for that. Again, before we go, let me actually just address the I got my second clone in today, my second 501st, so that actually did come today.
Deluxe?
So I'm the deluxe version, so I did get that.
I only bought one. I don't think I need to get the only one.
I'm just ruler two. I'm ruler two with it, because the only reason why I wanted to get two is because of Ahsoka. So I wanted to make sure that I had that before Ahsoka.
I'm debating getting this because I got the Coruscant Guard, but I got it through Underground, so I actually haven't gotten mine yet. So it's on the way, so I'll have it soon. I'm debating picking up a second one, because for that one with like the Vibra like staffs and stuff, that one I might feel like I need to have two. But other than that, like I feel like one of each and I'm good.
No, I like I said, I live by the rule of two. I have to have them. So anyway, so let's address and just like I said, goodbye to the chat. Thank you, Iron Logan, for coming through. Trimble Dust, definitely. My man, my mellow Bob Dylan. Linda, as always, it's good to see you. Mario Cortez, what's up, bro? Can't wait to see you. Yo, remember, next Thursday, bro, we got this going on. Joey Dahl, Bob, we already said that. DK, glad to have you. Single songwriter, my man, my mellow, nice to have you here. Joey Dahl. Let's see who else we got in here. We got Star Child. He got that Joker up again.
Penguin,
That's dope.
penguin.
He got the penguin. I'm sorry. Tobar. We got the OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars. Definitely in the building. Joe Mama 007. Definitely, man. So glad to actually have you here. Let's see who else we got here. We got Rasgard. We got, let me see, who else is on in this building? My man Max Geekdom. You already know what the time it is with you in this place, boy. Let me see here. Yeah, man, I think I've covered. So Toya, my baby. So glad you're in here, baby. Love you. And yeah, like definitely, man. Like it was a good show. Smoke, what is that? Smoke too much. Glad to have you here, man. So again, tune in next week. Tune in on Sunday, the Will Show. Definitely, like I said, it's going to be one of them things, and just keep it going, man. Again, remember, right down here, subscribe to the 16 Scale Man YouTube channel, Twitter, and Instagram for all the latest and the hot news. So like, just keep that rolling, man. Let's keep the ball rolling. It's for the collectors. Again, this is a community where you can actually come in and feel comfortable about what you do. We spread the love, and it's nothing but positive energy flowing. Let's just keep that going. Let's put the conversations about Grievous behind us because it's already happened. Let's just move forward with some positive going forward, okay? So, again, this is the 16 Scale Man presents Say What. We got Will Foxification. We got Brendan, Lael's mentor. He always changing that damn name. Anyway, we got him down at the bottom. Let's go all day, every day. I'm glad to have everybody here. Love y'all, and we are out.